Australian bull ants are the most spectacular ants in the world. They're one of the largest and most primitive, and sometimes the most painful.
I guess they're quintessentially Australian. They're bizarre, they're sort of a throwback, they're a relic species, group of species. They're fairly primitive and they're dangerous. It's like a lot of Australian animals. It just seems everything here wants to bite you or eat you or hurt you in some way.
Living in rural Australia, it's common to see large bull ant nests, particularly on farms, and children growing up on farms almost always come into contact with these aggressive ants. Sisters Coco and Lily Pedretti live on a farm east of Perth, Western Australia. In their daily lives, they encounter many animals, but it is the insects they prefer to avoid.
There's a lot of wild animals, snakes, spiders, lizards, types of birds as well.
Although Coco was very aware of the dangers that can exist on Australian farms, it did not stop her or her friends from doing something definitely not recommended around bull ants.
I saw it coming because I was with my friends and they were jabbing at the bull ant's nest as a bit of fun.
Jabbing at a bull ant's nest is only going to lead to trouble.
After they had finished jabbing it, all the ants kind of exploded out of the nest and came and bit most of us. 4 of us got bitten. It hurt a lot. 4 friends, they were in a lot of pain because they didn't know what was expected from the ants. First, it kind of bites you with its front part. Afterwards, it turns around and stings you. If you come across a bull ant, I recommend not stabbing a stick at it like my idiot friends.
Coco's younger sister Lily was not so lucky.
One day I was with my sister out the back of our house because we lived on a farm. I heard her giggling because she was sitting on a rock and I went to go sit on the rock next to her and I had no idea what she was giggling about, and then I sat on the rock and all these bull ants came out and just kept on hurting me. I got bitten by a few bull ants all over, up my arms and down my legs too. It was massive pain. We had to come back to the house and I had to soak the bites in water.
The bull ant is high on the pain list. Its combination of front-loaded pinchers and a large stinger on the abdomens make them a tough insect to dislodge. But the bull ant has one other advantage over normal ants.
So what's interesting with them is when you see them on the ground and you move over somewhere and they follow you and it looks like they're actually watching you and following you, it's because they are. They're looking at you and they can see fairly well, and so they're constantly keeping an eye on where they are and where they're going, and then also looking for their prey at the same time.
There are almost 100 species of bull ants in the world, with 99 of them endemic to Australia and 1 in New Caledonia. Bull ants can sting multiple times, a real asset when hunting larger prey such as insects and other ants. They are active day and night and are considered one of the most aggressive ants in the world. They are painful, but in very rare cases, a bull ant can be life-threatening.
The percentage of people with severe allergic reactions has actually been rising steadily. I think it's over 3% of the population. Well, if someone goes anaphylactic, there's various symptoms, well, first of all, at the site of the sting, there will be swelling and redness and itchiness and burning, searing pain. Their heart rate will speed up, their blood pressure will drop, they might start feeling faint, they might start feeling nauseous or have headaches, and then all this can actually precipitate to unconsciousness and ultimately can lead to death unless they're treated.
Bull ants are a very well-known Australian insect. You can almost expect to see one even on a short holiday down under. And if they see you first, then there could be trouble.
If you go hiking in the bush and you come across bull ants, you'll see them on the ground hopping around, getting agitated, and if you come near the nest entrance, there might only be 1 or 2 sitting at the entrance, but pretty quickly several more will come out and they'll start homing in on you and walking towards you or jumping towards you. And these little jerky jumps, which I suppose the movement, well, at least in me, it elicits a bit of fear, because you see them coming and anticipating the lovely sting that comes at the end. Generally, they'll approach people and they're not scared. They won't back down and they'll come at you, and if you don't back away, then next thing you know, they will crawl onto you and try to sting you.